Good morning, everyone. My name is Sherry Halfin. I'm the Development and Volunteer Coordinator here at Covenant Woods. I welcome all of you. This is our fourth speaker series event, and today we have Mr. Jim McLaughlin. He's married to a wonderful wife, Renee. He has 4 lovely daughters, as well as 5 grandchildren. This July will be his 37th year as a Hanover County Sheriff's in the Hanover County Sheriff's Office. His career spans from being a reserve a reserve deputy for 10 years, at which time he became a full-time deputy, where he was served for the last 27 years. He has been a crime prevention specialist since 1998, and he is currently assigned as a liaison for the Business Watch program, Worship Watch. There we go. And all senior activities in Hanover County. He has numerous certifications such as crime prevention specialist, crime prevention through environmental design specialist, general instructor, and firearms instructor. Jim is a past board member of the Virginia Crime Prevention Association, as well as a past president of the Central Virginia Crime Prevention Association, and has served on their board as a member at large. He's on the board of the Virginia State Triad and has served as a past treasurer for this is hard with the math, Central Virginia Regional Triad. He's also the coordinator for the Sheriff's Office Triad, as well as a member of the Hanover-Ashland Triad.
Hey, Sherry, you don't have to read all that.
Okay. We'll get to the end. He was voted Deputy of the Year in 2005. Pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Just so y'all know, please keep your mask on when you're not eating or drinking. Maintain your social distance and enjoy. I think he's going to have a lot of valuable information to share, and we look forward to hearing it.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry, for the introduction. Thank you all for letting me come speak to you. It's always a privilege to come to Covenant Woods and see a lot of my friends. And Mabel Ward was my 6th grade teacher, just so y'all know. All right? And love seeing everybody here. We're going to talk today about personal safety. And they said I could take my mask off if I stayed behind the screen, but it might be a little tough. So if I get out there, tell me to get back behind here. So I want to talk about personal safety, and that's going to cover a lot of things today. All right? I do have some brochures in the back on things that we'll talk about today. But if you have any questions at the end, if you don't mind asking them then, will be great. All right? First thing, you're directly responsible for your own safety, wherever you are. And we say that because we're not with you. Law enforcement's not with you 24/7. So you have to be directly responsible for your safety. Out shopping, around town, church, wherever it may be, you need to be safe. And we're going to talk about that. This is the crime prevention triangle. As everybody knows, it takes 3 sides to make a triangle. So if a criminal wants to commit a crime, he needs the ability, the desire, and the opportunity. Now, what can we as individual citizens take out of this triangle to make it full? Okay, that's where you all participate. Opportunity. We take out that opportunity and, how'd that get there? No. I put it there to let everybody know that's what we're here for. We're here to help you understand how you as an individual can take that opportunity away. Plus, I like my vehicle, so anyway. What's one definition or one example, let's say example, of how you as an individual can take opportunity away? All right? If I go out in the parking lot right now, how many of you have a vehicle out in the parking lot? All right? Now, if I go out there, and this is for the people visiting and the workers and everything, if I go out there right now, how many vehicles do you think I'm going to find unlocked? A whole lot, I can tell you. We have this all the time, and if you do have a vehicle out there, make sure it's locked. That's the opportunity that people get, and it's running rampant all through the Richmond metro area and through the United States. As an example, people at night, and mostly young people, are going into neighborhoods and places like this where there are vehicles, personal vehicles, and they're going through the parking lot or your driveway, and pulling on the handles. If it's open, they're going in it and seeing what they can find. And what are they taking? Ladies, pocketbooks, if you leave them in there, CDs, laptops, anything they can find. Money, a lot of us leave change in the car, maybe some emergency money or something like that, maybe your checkbook. Whatever it is, they're going to take, all right? We had one example the other night. We had some people come into the county. They were from another jurisdiction. They had stolen a car in the other jurisdiction, drove it out here to one of our neighborhoods that has many homes in it. It was like 6 of them. We're not exactly sure how many there were. But they parked the stolen vehicle in the neighborhood. They got out and they just dispersed into different areas of the neighborhood and pulled on car doors. In one of them, they went in a car that was unlocked in a driveway, and in the center console, they found a key fob. And they pushed the key fob, and guess what? It went to the car next to it, the truck that they were in, and so they took the car. So they found another way back. They stole that vehicle to get back to where they were and take the goods, all right? Thank goodness air guys were out there, midnight shift, found the stolen vehicle, and then set up a perimeter and caught most of them. I won't say all of them, but they caught most of them and got the car back and everything. So, but it's that simple to take that opportunity away, all right? And we're going to talk about other ways to take opportunities away. This is a pamphlet that we give out, Hide It, Lock It, or Lose It, and talking about securing your vehicle. So it just puts it back in everybody's mind that this is what they need to do. If you have valuables in your car, take them out. When you go shopping, before you go shopping, you go out gallivanting all around the town and everything, take them out and leave them at home. If you can't do that, at least put them in the trunk so that nobody can see them. Because if they look in there, see the opportunity, if your car's locked, they still might break the window and take it, all right? So let's think about that. And I'll tell you, they love ladies' pocketbooks, all right? So please be careful with that. Avoid strangers who contact you first on the telephone, and we're going to elaborate a little bit more on that in a little bit. At your door, and when transitioning. What is transitioning? Right, moving from one place to another. That's all it is. One safe place to another safe place. So before you come out of the store from shopping or church or whatever it may be, get ready to be safe to get to your vehicle. All right, and what I mean by that, and especially you ladies, and I'm not picking on y'all or anything, but us men don't carry pocketbooks, all right? So, and I love to go and shop with my wife and go to different places and I watch people. That's what I do. And so I see a lot of ladies, they'll go out of the door, that safe place, and then they open that pocketbook and their head goes in it and they're all digging around. And I don't know what y'all looking for, but y'all looking, all right? I see lipstick come out and hairbrushes and makeup and keys and glasses and stuff like that. Before you leave that safe place, let's get in that pocketbook and get whatever you need. Get it taken care of so when you go out of that safe place, you walk out that door to go to your vehicle, you'll be prepared. You'll be ready so you can watch and be aware of your surroundings. Once you transition from that safe place to your vehicle, when you get to your vehicle, already have your keys out before you leave that safe place. Unlock your door, get in it, lock it, start it up, and move on, all right? Especially in shopping areas and things, people can watch you make that transition. And if you get in the car, a lot of people open the door and then they put their pocketbook in or their groceries or whatever, and then they situate and move everything around so they can move, and it gives people time, gives them that opportunity to take advantage of you, to make you a victim. So when you get there, open the door. If you have groceries, put them in, get in your car, lock the door, start it up, and then move away from there. Even if you go to the other side of the parking lot, they see you move, you leave, they're thinking, okay, not going to be a victim. There's no opportunity there. If you need to move and put your check in your checkbook or your receipts or whatever, get things situated, do it then. But don't stop and wait, leave your doors open and everything, because you could become a victim, all right? Let's talk about scams. And this, we're going to talk about a lot about scams. How about your phone? Do you have caller ID? Most people do, and most comes on every phone now usually and has a voicemail hooked to it. When you see the number come up on your display, do you know that number? If you don't know the number, do you answer it? And why? If you do answer the phone, why do you answer it if you don't know that number? I'm telling you, there's a lot of scamming going on by phone, by email, in the mail, whatever it may be, online, and we're going to talk about these. But if you do answer the phone, why do you answer it? Okay, and I know it's tough for people my age and older because we want to know who's on there. We've been programmed as children coming up and older, answer the phone. If you don't, we feel like it's rude, all right? Well, you got to get that out of your mind because you don't want to be a victim. Once you answer that phone, you give the person on the other end, if it's a scammer, you give them that opportunity. Take that opportunity away. And I've heard many people, I've done many presentations in my 37 years here at the sheriff's office. And with that, I hear people say, oh, I'll never be a victim. I'm too smart for that. I'm too intelligent. Well, let me tell you, these scammers, they are good. This is their job, and they practice it. And I'm going to give you a little something here that you're going to see, and you're going to see how well it is. But some of these people call me back, might be 2 weeks, a month, a year, whatever, and say, hey, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. I got taken. I got scammed. I lost money, okay? So remember that. I don't care how smart you are or anything. These people are good, and they will tug at your heartstrings, and they'll make you feel bad, and you think it's rude not to answer the phone. They will make you feel that it's so rude if you don't do what they ask you to do. And they might put you in situations. They might say it's urgent. They might say you've got to do this, or the law is coming after you. The sheriff's office will be there to arrest you, all right? Think about this, and we're going to talk about it a little more in depth. This is a video here, and I hope it plays really well. I know some of y'all have already seen it, but I don't think you can see it enough. This is called the grandparent scam, and I'm going to fill in where it doesn't. You can't hear it real well. It plays, but you can't hear it real well on speakers, and I think it was the way it was taped or something's going on. But I'm going to try to fill in. But listen to how the con person, the scammer, gets the grandparents to say their grandson, granddaughter's name. All right? See how they find out their name.
Hi, Grandpa.
Hi.
You know who this is?
Randy?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I've been in a car wreck.
Are you hurt, Dad?
And he's saying it sounded exactly like him. He thought it was him, and he would do anything for his grandchildren. This is Grandpa and Grandma, and they're looking at the pictures. This is their grandson, Randy. Do you think that was their grandson, Randy, on the phone?
Hurt, Dad?
My ribs and my jaw. That's why I'm talking the way I am.
He asked them to go to the Walmart and make a money transfer of $550 to help him get his car back. And she's saying, we would do anything to help our grandchildren. She's on the phone with that
Mama,
scammer.
I don't want Mom. I don't want nobody to know.
We won't tell your mother then.
And this is the officer explaining how people get numbers, but that's not true anymore. They just pick up the phone and dial numbers. And if somebody answers that sounds like a grandparent or anything, they say, hey, Grandma, hey, Granddad, whoever answers the phone. We'll be specific on
Hi,
that.
Grandma.
Who is this?
Your favorite grandson.
Jerry?
Yes.
What's the matter, dear?
And he says he needs money for something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But this officer is saying that these scammers are really no good.
Is
They're
there
ruthless.
any way you can take a cab to the bank?
Go to the bank.
Yeah.
And it'll take me a little while because I use a walker.
I know you use a walk balance.
And she's saying they're spineless and they're wimps. And then it's going to tell you how this scam was detected. He's showing here, this is actually a prison phone. All prison conversations are recorded. One person called and reported it. They found out where the call came from. The guy was serving time. He was getting them to wire the money to his relatives on the outside. This is the guy, and he was very good at what he did. And he actually got thousands and thousands of dollars. He actually had one person send him over $1,000. You might be able to hear this one. Now, this guy's saying they're well educated. They live on Social Security and some stocks and bond return. And this person, still not caught. They don't know who this person was, but they sent him, and I think it's going to show it.
Hello?
Sent him to the Walmart, $3,000. They wired to their quote-unquote grandchild, all right? So they, how did the con man get the names of these people, of the grandchildren? Exactly right. Hey, it's your favorite grandson. What did she say? Yes, Jerry. So he had it. Okay, well, how do you think the other grandchildren feel knowing that Jerry's their favorite grandson? All right, that's first of all. But this, and how about what he said when he said, hey, I need you to go to the bank and get me some money. And she said, I'm on a walker. What did he say? Instantly. I know you're on a walker, Grandma. They can roll with everything. They're very quick. They're very witty. They tug at your heartstrings. I'm Randy. I'm Jerry. I need money. Please don't tell my parents. Please don't tell Mom. Don't tell anybody. Why do they say that? Yes, they know if you tell somebody before you go and give them the money or send the money, they're going to talk you out of it. They're going to say, hey, wait a minute, Grandma, wait a minute, friend. Why don't you call Jerry on a phone number that you have for him and check with him? One of the grandparents that called us and said, hey, I just got this call. I don't know whether it was my grandson or not. She called us, the sheriff's office, but she didn't call her grandson. And we said, hey, do you have a number for your grandson? And she said, yes. And we said, hey, let's do a conference call. Give me the number. I'll call him. So we did. And, of course, the grandson, where was he? In his dorm room at college, asleep. So that person was smart enough to say, I don't know whether this is right. And she called somebody. And that's what we want you to do. If you answer the number that you don't know, or it looks like it might be a friend or something, and you get this call and they say, hey, I need money, I don't care who it is. Call somebody else. Explain the situation and say, what do you think I should do? Even if it's us, and we want you to call us. That's what we're there for, okay? But talk to someone before you go and get that money. Do you think this happens in Hanover? All the time. Do you think it happens here at Covenant Woods? Yes, it has. After my presentations here, and we've discussed this, I'll have people come up and say, hey, this happened to me. I didn't send money, or I've had a few say, I did send money, but they called back and needed more money, and I didn't send it. I talked to someone first. So before you send any money, always talk to somebody and see if they think it's correct, because 9 times out of 10, it's not. Don't give away your identity. Use reputable companies. How do you find a reputable company? Maybe your car needs work done on it, needs new brakes. How do you find a reputable company? Better Business, that's great, yes. But how about everyone else in here that owns a vehicle and gets work done to their vehicle? Exactly. Talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your family, and say, hey, I think my car needs brakes. Who should I take it to? And then call them and tell them your situation and get a price. Get a couple prices and find that reputable company. Better Business Bureau, great idea. I would always check with them as well. Track your bills. Make sure that everything that you're getting charged for on your bill, whether it be a credit card or electricity or whatever it is, make sure that it's something that you did, all right? That's something that you charged. And if not, look on the bill, check the number up there, If it's a credit card, get your credit card and turn it over and use the number on the back of the credit card. Call them and ask them. It might be something you charged, or it might not, but always check it out. Remove your Social Security number from every document that you can, all right? And it used to be Medicare and Medicaid. You had to have your Social Security number on there. Not anymore, all right? If anybody has their Social Security card in their wallet, in their purse, on their being, right now, I'm going to say, why? You know, the last time that somebody actually asked me for my actual Social Security card was when I came to work here 37 years ago. Where's my Social Security card? It's in my lockbox at my house, and that's where it should be. Don't carry it around with you each and every day. Don't carry it around with you unless somebody says, hey, when you come, you're going to need this. But make sure that's legitimate as well. But take your Social Security number off of everything and keep it in a safe place. We're going to talk about scammers. Scammers are expected to steal over $2 billion this year, 2021, $2 billion. With all the technology and everything that we have, do you think that's incredible? Yes. How are they going to do it? By the opportunities that we provide them. You've got to be careful. And we're going to talk about these things. And if you have a question, please let me know. How to avoid becoming a victim? Don't answer the number you don't know. Just as we talked about just a minute ago with the phone. If you don't know the number, don't answer it. Let it go to voicemail, and then you decide if you want to call it back. All right? And if it's somebody saying that they're from Amazon or they're from the IRS or wherever, go to source, go to the website for the IRS or Amazon, find a number that you can call them. Don't call the number that they gave you. Find a good, legitimate number, like I said, on the website. Call a friend. Hey, do you think I should call this? Call us. We'll be glad to help you find a legitimate, good number for whoever says that's who they are. Slow down. They always say, it's got to be done now. If you don't do it now, we're going to have the sheriff's office come and arrest you. All right? Slow down. Don't do anything. They're trying to get the urgency in you and in their voice so that you make the call or you send them money right now. Trust your instincts, that gut feeling, that God-given mechanism that says something's wrong. Remove yourself from the situation. Hang up. Don't get involved with them. Stop and check. Check things out. They say, hey, it's the IRS, you need to send money now, blah, 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 blah. Or it's the sheriff's office, and you missed jury duty, and you got to come in, or we'll come get the money. All right? And you owe $1,263 that the judge says you have to pay because you missed jury duty. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. Nobody's going to call you and say you missed jury duty. How do you get notified even if you have jury duty? By mail. Exactly right. You'll never be charged for missing jury duty, not monetarily. All right? Now, you might have to go to court, but not monetarily. Somebody say, hey, you need to do this. Stop and don't send anything. You talk to someone else before you send anything. And when I say anything, any money, any wired money, any gift cards. All right, now let me ask you this. When was the last time, if IRS calls and says, hey, you missed 3 years ago, you didn't pay your taxes, or you didn't pay enough. We've gone over them, we've audited them, and you owe $632. And you say, oh my gosh, how do I pay that? I don't want to get arrested or anything. And they say, go to the store and send us Target gift cards. Have you ever paid anything with a gift card? What in that the name of the card, what did they say? Gift card? What's that used for? A gift. not a payment for anything. It's for gifts. All right? So when you hear that, run, Forrest, run. Get out of that situation as soon as you can, because you know it's not legitimate. All right? Number 5, don't click. Never click a link on an email that you don't know. And I've even gotten so, even people in the sheriff's office or my friends, they'll send me an email and go, hey, look at this, and they'll send a link. What do? I'll call them. Yes, I'll call them, or I'll send them another email that I have an address for, their address in my address book. I'll send them an email, not reply to this one, but send them an email from my address book and say, hey, did you just send me something with a link or a video or even a PDF, okay, that you wanted me to click on? And they'll say, oh, yeah, that I did. Or, nope, I did not. I even got one on my personal email the other day from my wife, who was sitting right beside me, that said, oh, I forgot to send you these photos. Look at these. And I looked down and I said, did you send me this? And she said, no, I didn't. So what did I do? I reported it to my server, to to Comcast, the people that give me the wireless, and my email is through. I reported it to them, and then I deleted it. All right? But don't click on anything. Like I said, even if it is somebody that says, hey, this is Jim. I'm sending your email. Check out these pictures. Check out this link. This is a funny story. Click on this. Please don't. What will that do? That could put malware on your computer. That could steal all of your important information, or it might even give them the access to your computer. So, and how many people are online here? Yeah, just about everybody. Okay, good deal. These are some good websites to check out. Scamspotter.org. That is through Google, and it's really good. You ought to get on there and check it out because it gives you some good information, stuff I've shared with you in this presentation and will throughout the presentation. But it also has tests on there. If somebody emails you, if somebody calls you, if somebody texts you, would you do this? Would you do that? And it'll tell you whether you fail or pass, just FYI. FTC, Federal Trade Commission, some of the information I'm going to give you today is taken from there. And fraud.org, .gov, yeah, .org, are some good websites. And here's another website that you might want to use. This is annualcreditreport.com. This is a federal program. It was back in early or late 90s. They created a website that you can go to, and all 3 of your major credit reporting companies will let you get your credit report for free. Now, this is the only website that you can go to get it for free. All right? And I'll take that back. You can probably go, and it's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Thank you so much. And I think during COVID, or they've relaxed it, that you can get as many as you want right now. But I would just call them or email them and check that out. Maybe their website says it. But this one, you can get it once a year for free, all 3 of them. Now, what I would do and what I do, my practice is I'll go to one in the first quarter, do it, but write down the date, because you can only do it once a year. If you go in 364 days, you will not get it, all right? So after a year, you can get it again from each one of those. First quarter, I'll do one. Second quarter, I'll do one. Third quarter, I'll do one. Or space it out. And then the next year, do the same thing. Check your credit report to see if anything has been opened that you did not authorize or put in for, please. All right? All right. Sweepstakes, lotteries, and prize scams. You get a call. You don't know the number, but you answer it anyway. And the person on the other end says, hey, Mr. McLaughlin, you won $4.1 million US dollars. Okay, there's a clue right there. What's the clue? Exactly. US dollars. If you go to McDonald's, you go through the drive-thru, and it's $12.95. Do they say, okay, that's $12.95 US dollars? No. No one does. Mostly scams, all right? All right, Mr. McLaughlin, you won 4.1 million US dollars. Yay, in the sweepstakes, in the lottery. And you say, oh, okay, well, that's great. When, you're sending it to me now? And they go, oh, yeah, we want to send it to you, but we're in Canada. You won the Canadian lottery. So we're going to need $5,000 within the next 2 hours for tariffs. You run down to the store, Western Union, whatever, wire it to me. Here's the number, 2 hours, urgency. I got to do it right now. Okay, you say, $5,000 for 4.1 million. Whew, that's a good investment. I'll do that. You run down to Western Union, you send it, come back home. He said, money will be there tomorrow morning. The Brinks truck will bring it to you. So the next morning, you standing at the door looking, and there goes the bread truck, there goes the milk truck, and there ain't no Brinks truck, all right? So you wait. You don't have a number to call him back. 30 days, you get another call. Hey, Mr. McLaughlin, we didn't forget you. That Canadian lottery, 4.1 million you won, US dollars. We got you $5,000, but we forgot about the customs fees. That's $5,000. I got to have it in 2 hours or else. So you're like, okay, $10,000 for 4.1 million. I'll do it. You do it, guess what? You still don't see that Brinks truck. Guess what? It's not coming. And you're going to get another call in 30 days. You're going to get another call in 30 days. You're going to get another call in 30 days. 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. What are you doing? You're sending money to someone that you're going to get nothing from. It's not there. Is it always of lottery? No. You could be winning a car. Okay? Ask yourself, first thing, lottery, Canadian lottery. Did you play it? I don't think anybody's going to give you any money if you didn't play it. And if you did play it, were you in Canada because it's illegal to play a lottery or a sweepstakes out of the country? So I know you don't want to break a law. All right? Ask yourself these things before you send any money to anybody. And he said 2 hours. You got 2 hours to get to the Western Union. Well, guess what? How long does it take to call a friend or to call the sheriff's office or to call your bank and say, hey, what do you think about this? Give me your opinion. A trusted person that you know. Ask them about it, okay? And when I say a trusted person, nobody wants to split it with you, okay? For sure. Online dating, I'm going to get into that a little heavier in just a minute. Jury scam, I already talked to you about that. If you miss jury duty, you get a call, or you don't even have jury duty, and you get a call, and they say, hey, it's Jim McLaughlin with the sheriff's office, and you missed jury duty, and therefore the judge has put out a fine of $832. You need to pay it right away, or we're going to have to come arrest you. And I'm on the way to arrest you, so you need to send me that money right now. All right, what are your thoughts? Oh my gosh, I'm going to get arrested? I didn't even know I had jury duty. Well, I'm coming. You had it. You missed it. Judge put it out for you. Urgency. You got to pay it right now. Well, how do I take care of this? All right, what I want you to do is go down to the nearest store, get a PayPal gift card, and when you get it for $826.37, just round it off to $870, okay? Get that gift card, and then I'll call you back in an hour. You give me the number on the back of that card, the serial number and everything, and it's all taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. You won't have to come to court. I won't have to come arrest you, embarrass you in front of all your friends, okay? Hang up. Call the sheriff's office. Ask us, because I can tell you, it's going to be a scam. And we're going to want all the information that you have, what number it came from, who they said was the deputy or the officers coming out to arrest you as such. Cyber scams, because of all the identity scams, they want to verify your information. I got one at the office the other day on my work email that said it was from my bank, from SunTrust, okay, which is now Truist. They said, we want, because of all the identity thefts of information by information. We want to verify all your information. Click on this link to verify all your information and your account numbers. There's a clue there. Oh, that was 2 clues for me. I don't have any accounts with SunTrust. All right, so that was my first clue. Second thing is they said click. I'm not clicking for anybody, okay? Especially a bank or any other company. Companies will not do that. A company might send you a letter and say, hey, come in, or call at this number, or check the back of your card and call that number and ask for this. We need to verify if you can't come in during the COVID times and stuff. Then you look at the back of your card, get the number off your statement, whatever it is, and give them a call if it comes through the mail, and ask them. Don't use the number on the letter. Call them from a number that you know. Online confidence romance scams. Over half reported romance scams are online. Now, there are some that are personal or by mail, by phone. In the first 6 months of 2020, reported $117 million sent to scammers because of the confidence or the romance scam. All right, that's just the first 6 months of 2020. Wonder what the rest of that time was, and I couldn't find any stats on for the rest of 2020 or the beginning of 4 months of 2021. Reported romance scams have tripled since 2015, over 25,000 victims in 2019. The average loss, the total loss for 2019, $201 million just to romance scams. Median loss, $2,600. So each person sent at least $2,600 if they broke it up that way. Now, some of them didn't send that much. Some of them sent much more. Romance scam was the second most reported crime by the FBI, and the source was the Federal Trade Commission. Online romance scams, if you're online, and it doesn't have to be like people say, oh, it's a dating site. I don't do dating sites. No, it's somebody has contacted you, or you contacted somebody, hey, be my friend on Facebook or whatever social media platform it is, and you talk to them. And they tell you a lot of stuff. The profile, what they say to go to this and look at this, is it too good to be true? It's just like deals, fraud deals. If it's too good to be true, it's not right, all right? Online sweetheart, far away. They're in the military, or they're working on an oil platform rig, and they can't come to meet you personally. They can't talk to you on a chat, a face-to-face chat, or on a viral meeting or anything, Zoom or anything like that. They can't do it because they're so far away, and they don't have the resource to do it. That's a red flag, all right? They break promises. I'll meet you. I tell you what, I can't get there, but if you send the money for a ticket, for a plane ticket, I'll come. I've got expense problems. I made an investment in this business, and my money's tied up, but I'd really like to come see you. Send me the money for the ticket. Is that a red flag? Yes. Why can't I just buy you the ticket and it'll be waiting at the gate? All right? No, they want the money. Is it moving too fast? Are we hot and heavy online really quick? Oh, I want to marry you, but I can't get there right now. Okay? I'm on an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean. All right, well, you don't stay there for years, just FYI. But too fast. They ask for money. They send you money. And they'll send you a check and say, hey, do me a favor. Deposit this, and I need you to send it to my friends, okay? Or they send you a package and says, hey, can you take this box and mail it to such and such? All right? Well, if you do that, you're breaking the law, because more than likely the money they're sending you is money they're laundering, They're just trying to get it out there. They've done some counterfeit deals, some counterfeit money, and the money they've got, they've wired it to you, and then they want you to send the money to other people, all right? Or they send you packages that might be stolen, and they want you to send it to other people. Where do you think this money and these people, this packages are going? Usually overseas, and usually for terrorist activities. So be careful what you're doing, all right? If somebody sends you money and wants you to disperse it to somebody else, red flag. Red flag. They require specific personal information. Who should you give personal information to? Nobody. Maybe your doctor's office, the hospital, if you're making a will, things like that. That's the only people, and then there is a good list, only people that need your personal information. If somebody asks for your personal information, what should you do? First of all, don't give it to them. If they're on the phone, you don't know them, don't give it to them. Email, don't give it to them. Social media, don't give it to them. And I'm going to tell you, I do not have any social media accounts. None whatsoever. Only information that gets out about me is through the sheriff's office, Facebook, or stuff like that. Me and my wife personally do not have any social media accounts. I don't have time. I really don't. And I don't need to know what everybody else is doing, like they sneezed or they had to go to the bathroom. I don't need to know all that. I really do not. If I want to talk to somebody, I'll reach out to them myself, personally, all right? So be careful. Romance scams tug on all sorts of heartstrings and urgency. You know, oh, my grandson has to have heart surgery and I need money, blah, blah, blah. Watch what you're doing. Online dating advice, these are some of the things that you can look at. This is on the Federal Trade Commission website. Please look at it if you decide or are online dating. RS scams, I've gone over this basically in the other slides. They'll hit you hard with the urgency. You owe, you've got to pay now. Gift card or wire transfer or a debit card, a reloadable prepaid debit card. We'll come and arrest you, we'll deport you, we'll suspend your business or driver's license. Okay? IRS can't do that, but it's a threat. Refund. To get your refund, you need to pay us this amount of money. Does that sound right? If you have to pay somebody to get your lottery winnings or your IRS refund, anything like that, totally wrong. It's a scam. Phishing. It's gone up 1,200% in the last 6 months. $24 billion last year it increased. What is phishing or spoofing? If you go fishing and you take one rod and you cast it, how many fish am I going to catch if I do use one rod? Okay, no, you don't know me. I'm not going to catch any. But anyway, you have the opportunity to catch one, maybe two if you have two hooks, all right? Spoofing or phishing, P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, is this. You go to that same pond and you take a casting net and you cast it out there as big as you can get it. How many fish are you going to get? A whole lot more than one, right? Yes, this is what this is doing. It'll send an email, and it'll have hundreds, thousands, millions of addresses that it goes to. And if they get 2 people, 5 people that send them their personal information, what have they done? Did they cost them anything? No. They got people's address books that they steal, and they make this list, and they send them out. They throw that net out there to get as many as they can. What does it say? Click on this link. It might use the bank scam. It might use the IRS scam. Any kind of government entity they might use to say, we need your information. Click here and give us your personal information. All your account numbers, your full name, date of birth. Is full name, date of birth, is that your personal information? What can I get with that? Everything. So please, when people think about personal information, don't just think about bank accounts, credit cards, social security number. Your full name and date of birth, people can get most anything they want with that. Okay? ID theft, text scams, same thing as your computer. What is a text? Where do you do texts from? Your phone? What is your phone? Now, it's just not something to make a call on anymore. It's a small computer in your pocket. You're carrying a computer around with you all the time. Make sure you know who's texting you. All right, confirm that. Most text scams use bogus offers. Click here. Grant offers. We can get you a grant to take care of COVID expenses, scholarships, education. Click here. Free food. Click here. Work from home. Click here. Secret shopper. Click here. What are you doing when you click? You might be putting malware on your phone, which might spread to your email address because most of us have emails on our phones. It can spread to most anything. How about obituaries? Do we give out too much information on obituaries? Yes. Mr. Gone will be gone. William B. Gone, because he is. Born in Las Vegas, Nevada on January 31st, 1921. What did we just do? Gave away his identity. Now, what happens down here? He's going to be at Jenkins Funeral Home on this date and time, 1 to 5. The wake is 4. Going to be buried at the Catholic Church, 3 p.m. What have we done here? We've named all his relatives and everything up here. So most of these people are going to be at all of these things, celebration of life down here. So if my name's up there, what am I going to do? Because I'm going. It's my uncle. I'm going to all these things. Have a trusted friend stay or keep watch on your home, on your residence, wherever you're staying, to make sure nobody else comes or goes, brings food, drop it off, make sure you get their name, stuff like that. Because you're telling them where all these people are going to be, then they're going to be away from their residence at that time. Minimize your risk. Guard your purse, your wallet. Ladies, when you go shopping, keep that purse under your arm. Don't put it in the baby seat on the cart, okay, and walk away from it. We have many, many of those happen. Always treat items, personal information as classified. We've talked about that. Find out your information, how people are going to use it before you give it to them. Give your social security number only when you have to, all right? Only when you have to. When do you usually have to give your date of birth or your social security number when you go someplace? I know my doctor's office, I go in, I sign the sheet, and then I get sit down, and they call me, James McLaughlin. And so I go up to the window, and they go, what's your date of birth? And I look around, everybody's going, all holding their ears so they can hear. What can you do? Ask for a piece of paper, write your date of birth down on it, let them see it, you don't have to give it to them, and then take that piece of paper and you take it home and you shred it, all right? Don't holler it out, because then everybody's got all your information that they need to steal your identity. List the number of items in that you carry. If you carry credit cards in your purse or in your pocketbook or wallet, go to a copy machine and copy those and turn it over and copy the backside. So if something happens, somebody steals your credit cards or whatever, you have that information. Put it in a safe place at home. You can go home, call your credit cards from the number on the back, and give them your information, all right? Don't carry a social security card. We talked about that. Don't carry your passport with you. If you're going traveling, sure. But if you're just going to shop, going to church, around town, you don't need it, okay? Don't give personal information unless you initiated the contact. Say you're going to Virginia Beach next weekend to a hotel, and you call and you say, hey, you work out a deal with what rooms, how much it's going to be, and they say, okay, we need a credit card to hold it. You call them. You're going to stay there. You must trust them, all right? So you give them the credit card number to hold the room. If you didn't call them, they call you and say, hey, Jim, I know you're coming down to Virginia Beach in 2 weeks. I'd like for you to stay at my hotel. 2 nights. Here's the price. Now, give me your credit card. Yeah, I don't think so. A lot of scammers will call you and say, hey, you want a cruise? and go through all the stuff with that and then say, but to hold your place on the ship, I need your credit card. Not going to happen. Not unless you initiate the contact. Don't post personal information on the internet. I don't care where it is. If it's any social media platforms, family tree sites, Facebook, class reunion sites, don't post your personal information. It can be hacked. It's out there. If you say, oh, I did that, I'm going to delete it. Guess what? It's still out there. Be careful what you put on there. Only put information that you think your mother would okay. All right? Minimize risk. Pay attention to your bills. I do it online. I check my stuff every day. Use your credit card as often as possible, not at your debit card. Your credit card has more security. It has more stability. If you were to lose money, they have it built in. They're taking care of you. Where a debit card, somebody gets your debit card number, they can drain your checking, your savings, whatever. Credit card goes to the credit card. All right? Add notifications to your credit card accounts. I have 2 credit cards on both of them. If I use it, usually before I put it back in my wallet, I get a notification on my phone that says where I used it and how much it was. Very good. Passwords, you want to do that. Order your credit report. We talked about that, annualcreditreport.com. Put passwords on your accounts, all of them. All your credit cards, all your debit cards, your banking, put passwords on them. Even if, and some of them will allow you to put 2 and ask questions. So, and verify. They'll have you dual verification where if you go and try to buy something, they'll send you a text and go, is this you? Put in this number. Boom, you do it and you got it. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Shred, shred, shred. Any personal information that you have that you're going to get rid of, don't trash it, shred it. All right? Another way to say fraud, now or never. It's a secret, cash only, something for nothing, that's probably what you're going to get, and it's too good to be true. Again, if you hear any of this, run, Forrest, run. Get away from that deal as fast as you can. Marketing schemes, stop. If it comes in the mail, tear it up. If it comes to the door, don't open it up. If it comes on the phone, hang it up. And if it comes on an email or a text, close it up. All right?
I'm wanted in 4 states, but it's all good. Got me new driver's license and a sweet new pickup. V8, baby, 500 horsepower. Oh, and 4 of them mud flaps with the naked ladies on them. Brrr, mamacita.
Do you think she ordered the mud flaps with the naked ladies and the big pickup truck? No, her identity was stolen. Always trust your instincts. Aware of your surroundings. The subtle alert to danger. Again, use your instincts. That's your cornerstone to your safety. Act sooner versus later because later might be too late. Yes, if you get that feeling, remove yourself from the situation right now. Don't think, oh, you know what, everything's okay, I'll be okay, and then something happens. Always report to law enforcement. Their non-emergency number is 365-6140. Again, 365-6140. If it's an emergency, dial the 911. Appear strong and confident. Practice scanning. What's scanning? That's right, looking around, checking your surroundings, being aware of your surroundings. Just like here, I've looked just about everybody in the eye here in this room today, and I feel comfortable. I feel okay. I think y'all are good people, all right? Walk upright with the purpose. Show people you're confident, that you are a good person and you can protect yourself. If nothing else, you can holler, you can scream, you can make the call. Let people know that. Show you're confident. Avoid denial. Today's criminals are smart, they're mobile, and they target opportunity. Every day, they're looking for you. It can happen to anybody, anytime, anywhere. Expect it to happen. Prepare for it. Don't get the NIMBY mindset. What is the NIMBY mindset? Exactly right. Doesn't happen to people like me. Not in my backyard. Doesn't happen to people like me. Yes, it happens to people of every race, every color, every age. It doesn't make any difference. It can happen. Common sense safety tips. I'm not going to go through these because I printed them out. They're on the back table back there, if anybody wants any. These are some that really want to hit. Carry your cell phone wherever you go, even to the bedroom. Why did I say to the bedroom? If something happens, you've got it right there. Easy access. Your power goes out. Does your phone work? Not usually. You got your cell phone right there. Always let someone know where you're going and what time you return. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, or where you're going. Let somebody know. If something happens to you, we'll know to where to start looking. Avoid taking a bad position. Don't be preoccupied when you transition. We talked about that. Be confident and purposeful in your walk. Use a firm, steady pace. Be prepared, plan, train, use your skills in training. Now, when I say this, I want you to stay within inside yourself. All right? Don't think, I can outrun them. I can take them down. Stay within inside yourself. I do stranger danger for children as well, and go through the program, and it's all good and everything. And I asked one child, what would you do if a stranger comes up? All right, now I'm going to tell you before I tell you this, I always pick the wrong one. Right? I want him to say, I holler stranger danger, and this is not my father or my mother. And what does it say? He always jumps up off the floor and goes, I'll chop him in half. Okay. Unless you're a black belt or something, don't put that in your plan. Now, if you are, please do put that in your plan. But stay within inside yourself. Have a plan. Do you have a whistle? Do you have mace? Do you have something that can protect you? Know what you're going to do. Put yourself in different situations and train your brain. Think about what the situation might be. Please become an extension of our eyes and ears. You see something, say something. Give us a call. Let us know what's going on. All right? It might be that one little piece of the puzzle that puts the whole thing together. All right? Say you can't sleep one night and you're looking out the window and you see somebody in the parking lot pulling on door handles. Call us right then. All right? We can do something about it then. Tomorrow, the next day, when you're talking to your neighbor, you go, you know what? I saw somebody pulling on your car door the other day. Other night, 1 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep. I'm looking out there. Oh, I better call the police. Yeah, it's a little late. All right? When it's happening, give us a call, please. All right? Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Most any sporting goods store has it, and when you go, talk to somebody about it. What does it do? What's the propellant in it? Is it alcohol based? Is it water based? Does it shoot out in a straight stream, or does it do a fog? A wide stream? Because I'm going to tell you, and I'd suggest that you get the wide stream if you get any. All right? But ask them about it, because if you're trying to spray somebody in the face and it's a straight stream, it's kind of tough. All right? If it's a fog and it goes out, then that's better. But be careful, and I'll tell you, you should test it. Take it out away from everybody else, but make sure you know which way the wind's blowing. Because if it blows back on you, you're in trouble. All right? I'll tell you, if we go to a situation and one of us, as deputies, deploy the capstun, the pepper spray, one of the other of us is going to get exposed as well because of how the wind blows. All right? Any other questions?
I have a microphone.
No other questions?
I have a comment. I had
Okay.
a resident contact me and put, it's an email request from Xfinity. It says, we are rolling over today, upgrade now. And he said it was a scam. And again, it's based on the fact that it doesn't come from, it looks legit, but it's not. And it's
Right.
that click thing. So I wanted to let everybody know here at Covenant Woods, you got it as well.
Okay.
And it was brought to my attention. So I just wanted to kind of let people know that we're here today and watching.
Great. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I'll have
Yeah.
to check mine. But I'm glad nobody clicked. Yes, sir.
Very carefully to what I have to say, and then you blast them with the duck call.
Okay, that sounds like fun. I wouldn't suggest it. I would just say stay away from the call. All right?
Have you done that? Many times. Okay.
Any other questions? Someone hand in the back? Yes.
The people on TV can't hear you. No, you don't think. You didn't.
My elderly neighbor got a phone call saying that from supposedly her grandson was in jail and he needed money to get
Right.
out. Did you cover that earlier?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. No. And the more we talk about it, the better off people are. So thank you.
Yeah, my same thing happened to my father-in-law.
Wow.
Yeah, and he called both my grandsons, or both my sons to.
And I'll share this with you. We had a lady went into the bank the other day, and all the bank people have been trained. You know, if somebody comes in and requests a lot of money to be taken out, they ask them, "Oh, you going on vacation?" You know, and don't be offended if you go in and take out money for a legitimate cause or you are going on vacation or whatever. If the bank people ask, because they're trying to keep you safe. I asked a lady the other day and said, "Oh, you going on vacation?" And she said, "No, you know, a friend needs some money." And it was like $3,000, okay? And she said, "Oh, really?" She said, "Who's your friend?" She says, "Oh, I've got him on the phone right now." And it was a different name, okay? I'm not gonna say the name because it was different. It wasn't like Smith, Jones, McLaughlin, or anything like that. It was totally, totally different. And the bank person could hear the person on the other end going, "Don't tell him nothing. Don't tell him anything. You just get the money and I will meet you." And so she said, "Well, you know, to get that amount of money, you need to go to the manager's office." So she said, "Let me get the manager." Got the manager, and the manager's like, "Okay, yeah, send him in." Sent him in, and he's talking to her, "You got to get out of there. They know that I want money from you. You got to get out of there." Now, this lady was 77, 78, and very well educated. So the other teller called us. 2 deputies responded down there, talked to her. When they took the phone from her and said, "Hello, this is Hanover Sheriff's Office. What happened?" Click, exactly right. So with that said, investigators came in. They talked to the lady. This poor lady has already given over $300,000. That just blew me away. She wasn't a resident of Hanover, but she does her business at this bank in Hanover. So we contacted the law enforcement in that jurisdiction, let them know about it, and put her on a watch list and everything. So if anybody came to her house, hopefully a deputy would find out. But we talked in length with the other law enforcement agency, and they're on it. So does this happen in Hanover? Yes, I'm afraid it does. Do you think all of them have been reported?
No.
No. That lady had already given $300,000 away to scammers. Ma'am? Yeah. Ma'am. I was kind of requesting it too, so I'm not gonna, huh?
I have a question about banks. You're saying that they're smart to maybe notice something like that, but how is the retail stores like the Target and the Walmart, are they doing the same thing of questioning, or, you know, because I know of somebody that made it all the way to the store and their daughter was able to catch them before they did to do a wire transfer at Walmart here.
Oh, really?
here in
Wow, yeah.
Mechanicsville.
And
Yeah.
they have been trained,
Yeah.
and it's just like a bank or any other business.
I guess, do you get calls or?
Yes.
Okay,
They call us all the time, but you have such a turnover
right.
with the people working the teller line or the
Right.
customer service
Yeah.
location. We try to get them trained, and I'm sure Walmart and the bank people
Right.
have trained them in this as well. I'm hoping so.
Right.
But yes, usually they do ask. But a lot of times they'll get a gift card. They'll get a number. Somebody goes to the bank, buys a gift card, and then calls them, gives the number on the back. And then they put it in turn on another card. So there's no personal transaction as such. They'll buy stuff, electronics, and just take that gift card and swipe it, which they've transferred the number from the gift card that the victim has given them. So that's kind of tough. Yes, sir. Mike?
Sorry, Mike's coming.
We had a situation, it's probably been a year ago. Call came in, and I don't remember if there was any response on it, but
Hang on 1 second. Sherry, is that mic on? Yeah. Okay, are y'all hearing it? Yeah. Okay, all right.
I said about a year ago, we had this situation that a call came in, we didn't answer it. I don't know whether they left a message. They certainly wanted you to call back.
Right.
And this went on every 15 minutes up till about 9 o'clock. And I thought, what am I going to do if this thing keeps on all night long?
Right.
I guess I just go pull the wire to the wall.
Yeah, and they do. They're very repetitive, hoping that you will get tired of it and answer the phone. And I'll tell you something else. If you do answer the phone and the person or the robot on the other end says, how are you doing, or a question to get you to say yes, please don't say anything. And I'll tell you, sometimes I'll answer the phone just to get them to stop calling, but I don't say anything. I just pick it up, and I don't say one word. Because when you speak, that usually activates the robocall, or the person on the other end hears it and starts talking. And with that, if nobody talks, I hang up. It usually stops the calls. I've been getting calls on my cell phone, work cell phone and personal cell phone, about my warranty on my vehicle going out. Okay?
That was
If you
her
don't
question.
answer, I'm telling you, if you don't answer the number, it stops. It goes away. Well, with mine, it does. And why does it happen? Because they aren't talking to you and hooking you and getting money. So their call is their time, their money. So if they don't answer, boom, they go. But now you can do the donotcall.gov and hopefully get that stopped. All right? Put your number on the registry. It shouldn't happen. All right? All right. I thank y'all so much. I've got to get to another program, and I thank everybody for being here, and good luck.
Thank you so much. We do have material back here for you to take. There's some pamphlets and brochures. Thanks.